Imagine a world ravaged by war, where the sounds of clashing swords and the roar of guns have become all too familiar. But amidst this chaos, a new kind of weapon has emerged: the electric gun. Born during the final days of war, this cutting-edge technology uses electric pulses to propel microscopic metal pieces at incredible speeds, making it a formidable weapon for mid to long-distance combat. It didn't take long for electric guns to become the weapon of choice, replacing traditional bullets. But what makes this gun truly remarkable is its reliability. All it takes is a simple scrap of flakes from scrap metal or the gun's surface, and the weapon is ready to fire again. The rough, uneven surface left behind by scraping is a badge of honor for experienced wielders, proving that they are truly a veteran of war. The revolver-style design includes a multi-battery cylinder that rotates after each shot, ensuring the weapon's battery has time to recharge without slowing down the rate of fire. But for those who seek even greater power, a common modification allows for all batteries to be charged simultaneously, though at the cost of a longer charge time. Some machines have become so skilled at using this weapon, they have become bored just directly shooting their opposition, so they demonstrate their skill by flicking coins into the air and reflecting the metal flakes off of them to kill their opponent. Or rather than reflect off coins, reflect off surfaces in their environment. The most skilled of machines have found ways to synergize these two actions together. Those machines are truly formidable. Some machines can be seen using a more powerful derivative of this weapon, that rather than using 6 batteries, uses 4 highly charged batteries, forcing a slower rate of fire, but a greater punch. In this new age of warfare, the electric gun reigns supreme, ushering in a new era of combat technology, and for those who hold it, it means the difference between life and death. This electric gun is the first weapon V1 encounters on his journey into hell, and has become his most trusted sidearm. The next weapon we will discuss is an experimental close-range shotgun that harnesses hyper-concentrated heat as its deadly projectiles. With each shot, the shotgun unleashes a searing blast of heat that can melt even the toughest of materials. But such intense power comes with a price. The heat-generating cores must then access heat after every shot, lest they melt or explode. This process is mostly automated, only requiring the flick of a wrist. In the event of core failure, the shotgun pump doubles as a manual heat-building mechanism, thanks to a small button near the grip. But this ease of use has its downsides. It greatly increases the chance of misfires from users pumping too much heat into a single shot. Despite the shotgun's potential for devastation, heat weapons never quite caught on as much as electric guns due to their volatile nature and strict cooling requirements. However, unlike electric guns, they don't require separate projectiles, making their ammunition truly infinite. This weapon may be experimental, but its power is undeniable, and in the right hands, it could turn the tide of any battle. Initially intended for construction work, the nail gun is an infusion of an industrial nail gun and an old bullet gun, and was created by a machine that had to fend for itself after the final war and the extinction of mankind. Bullet guns were left behind after the development of infinite ammunition systems like the electric and heat weapons. It was simply more cost-effective not to have to purchase ammunition for large-scale armies. However, this particular gun's exceptional design and construction gave it a second chance. Through clever refitting of parts from an industrial nail gun, it became a rapid-fire projectile weapon with practically infinite metal ammunition. But as with any improvised weapon, it has its flaws. The nail gun regeneration system wasn't designed to operate at such a high rate, making it susceptible to overheating if a hard rate limit isn't imposed. Some variants have overcome this issue by incorporating built-in heat sinks, and some have been further modified to fire saw blades rather than nails. One of the main drawbacks of this weapon is its slow projectile velocity. To counteract this, the machines have implemented magnets, which they fire in a harpoon-like fashion into their enemy, making it almost impossible to miss their target. Despite its imperfections, this weapon stands as a testament to the machine's ingenuity and resourcefulness in the face of adversity. It may not have been intended for war, but it has found its place in the battlefield as a unique and deadly tool of destruction. Yet another relic of the past has been modified from an industrial tool into a weapon of mass destruction, the rail cannon. This technological marvel was one of the earliest predecessors of the electric gun, hailing from a time when it was used as a handheld generator to power temporary encampments during wars and expeditions. However, in the wake of mankind's downfall, this once humble device was transformed into a weapon of unparalleled power by a rogue machine. It harnesses an extraordinary amount of energy, but its drawback is a large charge time between shots, making it a weapon that requires patience and strategic planning to wield effectively. 4 horizontal screws along the sides of the cannon can be used to indicate the amount of charge that is within the battery. Once all 4 screws have landed in place, the battery is charged and the weapon will begin to hum with an electrical charge. Depending on the modification of this cannon will determine the color of the charge and the type of projectile that will be cannoned out of this weapon. Despite its limitations, the sheer magnitude of this rail cannon's power is enough to strike fear into the hearts of any foe. It is a risky weapon, but for those carrying multiple arms, it can be a valuable tool in their arsenal. V1 encounters this powerful weapon when passing through the grand city of the Lust Lair, built by King Minos and his followers. Perhaps Minos and his followers were using it to assist in powering the city. Similarly to the rail cannon, the rocket launcher was also an industrial tool, and is colorful in nature to indicate this. Originally, it was created for use in war, as an explosive generating device that was used to dig trenches, destroy obstacles, and resupply other explosive weapons. However, this tool was so effective at generating explosives that many tried to implement it into a weapon system itself. But the early models of this weapon had many faulty triggering systems, causing accidental chemical reactions and resulting in early detonation, killing the user. Through trial and error, it was discovered by the machines that the process would need to be split into 2 different parts: the generating device and the separate rocket launcher device itself. The generator builds the rockets, and the rocket launcher, of course, fires the projectile and applies the triggering mechanism. The machines turn these 2 different mechanisms into one weapon, so it could be used by a single user, because they believed sharing blood with one another was simply a waste. What makes this rocket launcher unique in comparison to others is that it uses the blood of its target to complete a chemical reaction that results in the detonation of the explosive. This unique trait requires the user to be very skilled and precise with their aim, making this weapon a symbol of marksmanship amongst the machines. Only the most skilled machines were allowed to carry this weapon because of the skill required in order to make it dangerous. Once later models of this newfound weapon were created, the machines discovered how to make the generator create cannonballs that can be fired in a similar fashion to the rockets. They also discovered how to manipulate the flight of the rocket mid-flight by stopping it mid-air. The more clever of the machines have even been seen riding these rockets to traverse the land with ease. To conclude this video, all the weapons in ULTRAKILL are a vital instrument in the chaotic dance of battle, and when put in the right hands, can create a beautiful symphony of destruction that is both awe-inspiring and terrifying.